Hi, I have already explained to you under first things first, course teaching and learning process. So there is a general video related with that, how we are processing in teaching and in learning while we are studying this course. So these courses, these processes are common in all my theoretical courses. So the first things first is the same for logic design, circuit analysis, and introduction to electric circuit. These are the three theoretical courses that I am teaching you. So under this, I have already gave you the teaching platforms. This is Prezi presentation and YouTube's. You can see these platforms here explained in these videos. The next step is to talk about the learning platforms, which are self-tests, peer assignments, software tools, and forums. So I will be explaining these learning uh, tools to you in this video, where I'm going to put these videos right here before the exams. So what are they? I said these are four platforms that we are using. The first one is self-test. So what happens is this: I am teaching you by using these Prezi presentations and YouTube's, and then you're going to study your own. While you are studying your own, these are the tools that you're going to use. Self-test. Let's start with self-test. Where you see this self-test on the home page, you see it. Here you are. For this course, for example, there are 7 self-tests. For each chapter, there is one self-test. So this is where you see the self-test. Where else you're going to see it? If you go any chapter, for each chapter there is a self-test. So this is the chapter page here, and you see this self-test. So when you click it, you can take this self-test. There's a general explanation here, what type of questions they are, how the system does the scoring. So it is all explained here. When you have a time, you could uh, read it. You're going to read it once. For all self-tests, you don't have to read this. So when you begin this, for example, this is a question for you. You're going to mark it, go to the next. So the total number of questions, maybe it is 10. So at the end, you're going to save it. As soon as you save it, you're going to see your grade in this grade notebook. This is grade notebook here. In this notebook, you're going to see your score. Not here because not being used yet. So you're going to see your grade here. So in this grade, let's say the total grade is 100. Out of 100, you get, let's say, 80. That means 20 points you lost. So when you, in this self-test, you cannot see the questions, your wrong answers. You cannot see the right answers. You're going to study wrong answers. To find the right answers, you've got to study your own. How you're going to do it? So when you look at your grade book, that means that book. So you know which question that you couldn't do. That means you know which subject you don't know. So once you know that which subject you don't know, you can go back to your teaching platform. So for this chapter, let's say come back, and this is the teaching platform that Prezi is here. So if you go to in Prezi, and this is, let's make it the home page. So let's say the subject you couldn't understand is related with this frame. So this is very small here, but you can make it bigger if you like. Let's say you couldn't understand the question that you were wrong is related with that frame. You can click that frame and study that frame and take the test if you like. So that means you are learning your own by using this teaching platform. This is one of them. The second one is the YouTube video. So when you come to YouTube video, come back here. Okay. So YouTube videos in this chapter is here. Click here. You see, if you know the subject for which the question you couldn't answer, you can see it in Turkish or in English. So if it is related with Thevenin equivalent circuit, for example, you can click this one and you're saying that YouTube video related with that frame. So you can watch this and study this, learn the subject better. Once you learn the subject better, let me stop here. So when you learn it, then you can go back to your self-test once more and do it once again. So if you continue like that, you do after the self-test, you understand which subject that you learned, which subject that you couldn't learn. So I told you how you're going to learn the subject that you didn't learn, and then learn those subjects with these tools, come back and do the test again. This time you're going to get a high score. When you make your score 100 out of 100, that means you understood the subject. Now, come back to a page now, back here. So we have done this self-test. And there is another tool here which is called assignment. You might call it peer assignment or you might call it homework. If you understood the subject, let's say you get the 100 out of 100 for the self-test, why we are doing anything else? The answer is this. Tests helps you to understand the basic concepts properly. So in the test, there is 5 alternatives. You are choosing the right one. So that means you know the detailed concepts. But life is not the test type of style. Life is written exam type. Why is that? Because when in your professional life, you're going to face a problem. In this problem, there is no 5 alternative which one is true you're going to choose. You're going to solve that problem by your hand. There's no alternatives which includes the correct one. This is life. So in this case, we are giving you these assignments. So these assignments, you're going to solve the problem your own. So this is very similar to your practical life problems that you're going to face. Therefore, we are giving you this assignment. But this assignment is a special assignment. Where you see these assignments, so on the first page, home page, you could see the assignments for this course, for example. There are 6 assignments. They are called peer assignments. These assignments you could see on this home page, as I said, and also you could see the announcements here in this. So here is the, not announcements, assignments list. So altogether 7 assignments seen here, okay? As as I said, these are the special assignments. Assignments are special, it is called peer assignment. Why we call it peer assignment? Because it has got 2 parts. The first 7 or 8 days, you're going to do this assignment your own, with no help, right? Once you finish it, you're going to send your assignment to your friends. How you're going to do it? Go to this site info. In the site info, groups you can join, it says. Here you are. There are many groups here. Let's say you have 3 friends, 2 friends, you're good friends of you. Then you can tell them, let's join, let's say, group 18. So you're going to join this group 18. So this join by clicking this join, write your number of name, whatever, and you're going to join this. So your friends are going to join this as well. So that means you made a group. Now, once you study an assignment and done it your own within 8 days, you're going to send your assignment to your group friends. So you're going to get 2 assignments from your friends as well. So you're going to score your friends' assignments, each of you, because you have already done an assignment. You examined your friend's assignment. And then when you are scoring, you are looking for the mistakes that your friends made. And then you're going to come back, the second part, there are 3 or 4 days left for this. You can come back with your friends and discuss the mistakes that you have made. So that means you can, from your mistakes, some of your friends maybe done it correctly. They say, okay, you made a mistake here. The correct answer to that is this. Okay. Now, by this procedure, which is quite good procedure, you could learn more. It is not advisable to study the assignment directly as a group. You've got to study your own first and then come together as a group. Teamwork studying is very good because the daily life, when you go to the professional life, you're going to see that most of the time you will be working as a team, not as a person. So this is a good practice for you, for your professional life. Okay, that is the peer assignment. So I just explained all of them. So come back to first things first again. Here you are. I am talking about the learning platforms. I just told you what self-tests and peer assignments are. Still, there are some other learning tools that you could use. These tools are the MATLAB or Python or Proteus or LT, which is the Texas Instruments circuit analysis program. So these are the tools that you're going to use in your practice. If you go, let's say, one of the chapters, you might see some examples related with these tools. For example, there is a Proteus example here. There are 3 Proteus examples related with this chapter. And there is one MATLAB solution here. That's another example. So these examples shows you how to use these tools in order to solve a problem. So these are just the examples. If you forgot to use these tools, then you could use these examples to remember them. So once you remember it, or let's say you remember already, so you don't have to look at the examples. So how are you going to use these tools? Easy. That's a very critical point now I am trying to explain to you. Let's say you have done your assignment by hand. You don't know whether it is correct or not. So if you do the same problem, solve the same problem by using this mathematical tool or by using the Proteus, you can compare your results with your handwritten, handmade calculation. If they are different, that means you made a mistake somewhere. You've got to find your mistake. Once you find your mistake, you can correct it. When you make a mistake, don't worry. That's good news. That means you know what you don't know. So once you go back and study your subject once more, that means your assignment, you can find your mistake and correct your mistake. That means you learn it. Okay. So these tools then, these programs, the MATLAB or Proteus programs, helps you to check your manual calculations. So that means you are checking your own, whether you made a mistake in calculation or not. You might make a mistake in Proteus, so you're going to correct your mistake in Proteus. If you made a mistake in MATLAB, you're going to go back and then check your mistake in MATLAB. So all those things, those 4 things, helps you to learn your own. That's why it is called learning platform. So as I said already, these learning platforms, you are getting scores, but these scores do not directly affect your term score. So why we are doing this? Because you're going to take the midterm exams. While you are taking the midterm exams, some of the midterm exams and the final exam is going to have a test part and some test part and the written part. So test 1 is very similar to self-test exams, and the written exams are very similar to these assignments. So all the time that you spend while doing these self-tests and assignments are going to help you in these midterm and final exams, because final exams written part is going to be very similar to assignments, and these midterm exams or final exams test part are very similar to those self-test exams. Okay, so that's the end of this video then.